Once we finish setting up our pilot and our model evaluation framework, we are ready to just look at the data and finish the pilot as soon as all of our metrics of interest are either in accepted or rejected region. What does it mean? So here we see that, for example, for accuracy, we see that the hypothesis has been rejected. The performance of the model in terms of accuracy after the model has been deployed to production is significantly worse than during the test set. How do we know? We just compare our ROPE, which is, as we already know, the region of practical equivalence, for which everything is fine, and we see that the ROPE and HDI have no overlap and the HDI is fully below ROPE. Then we know that the model performance is worse and we can reject the hypothesis. For recall, we can now accept the hypothesis because we see that the HDI lies fully within the ROPE, so fully within the region of practical equivalence. So we know that vast majority of the mass probability of the posterior is actually within our region where we say that the performance is good enough. We can accept the hypothesis, which is something that's unique to a Bayesian evaluation. It's something that you cannot get normally in frequentist statistics, and we can say that hypothesis is accepted. The recall of the model in production is as good as it was during the test set. And then finally, we see other metrics such as F1 or precision where the status is ongoing. What does it mean? It means that we are not sure yet whether the HDI, so the actual performance of the model in production, is within our region of practical equivalence or not. One way to get some kind of early indication is that we can go to the performance tab and actually look at one of those metrics. We can choose precision here, and what we can then do is we zoom in and we will see both of the posteriors of the reference data, so the test set, and the posterior that we obtain with our evaluation, together with the border or the boundary for our region of practical equivalence in red here. And we see that the reference posterior is slightly higher than the evaluation posterior, so the performance was slightly better, but we don't know whether that's significant yet or not, because vast majority of the evaluation data or evaluation mass probability is actually within the ROPE, so most likely this metric will be actually within the ROPE, but to really say anything about it, we'll have to wait and gather more data.